Are you ready to level up your Instagram? I have a challenge for you, my DJ and producer friends. In this video, I'm going to show you how to massively increase your Instagram reach using Reels over the next 30 days using pro strategies. For some of you, this is going to help you get more gigs and more music signed and kick off some good stuff for you in 2023. You're going to need around 30 minutes a day and commit to one reel a day for the next 30 days. There are some building blocks to this strategy, and these are content research and finding winning ideas, building your strategy and content calendar, recording, editing, posting your reels, and getting traction and attention. There is a preliminary to doing this challenge. You're going to need to know your audience. And if you've not watched my video on how to grow your audience on Instagram and know your audience and who you're posting for, watch that video. And I'm going to put it up here and I'm going to link to it down here. It is important you make content for your audience and make content your audience is going to enjoy. The scattergun approach of just posting anything might give you a viral video, but that isn't going to bring the sort of people you want to your community. They aren't going to be interested in you as a DJ and producer, and they aren't going to be interested in your music or your productions or you DJing. They may even leave the following posts after that. There are some rules to the challenge, which I'm not going to bore you with them all now. They're in a workbook I've created, and I'm going to tell you about them more about this in this video. The first 10 days of this challenge are key. It's going to help you build habits to get through the rest of the challenge. And that will help you get past the first 10 days. It's like doing exercise. When I'm doing exercise, especially at the moment in the cold, I have to leave the running kit by the side of the bed. So when I wake up in the dark at 4:30 a.m, I can pick the running kit up, go and get changed downstairs, and then I'm ready to go at 6 a.m. in the dark. But it's that habit of making sure I do it before the night before that is going to help me get better at running and build those 1% of getting better. It's all about that 1% growth. The consistency of posting every day with Reels is going to stack up. Those views are going to stack up. People are going to watch the first one. Then they're going to watch the second one. They're going to watch the third one. Or they might come in at the third one and then binge and for the second, first, and so forth. Views stack up on Reels, and it's been proven facts. We've found that our DJs and producers in our course, the Art Blueprint, have had considerable growth doing this strategy, and even got music signed by Christina Lacic in my video where I did with her, where I chatted to her about how she used the series and used this challenge to build a series for herself, and then that got her music signed. And again, if you haven't watched that video, again, I'll link to it below. I've personally seen over the last 90 days of Reels, mad growth on Instagram from doing it every day. I've reached hundreds of thousands of accounts from posting daily and getting some amazing results for myself and my goals. The first part of this, content research and finding winning ideas. Let's chat about that. This is an important phase. Understand what is working across the Instagram platform for DJs and producers. Look at your peers. Go and research what they're doing. Look at what content is working for them. Look at the people that are a little bit ahead of you in the kind of game. Those you aspire to be playing. Those on a little bit higher up the rung on the ladder. Those people. Go and look at those DJs and producers and see what content is working for them and what is getting traction. Spend a little bit of time on your favorite artists, but they're not as key as the ones that are growing in the scene a little bit above you and have been popping off and getting more gigs this year. Big artists, always remember, will have social media teams, and looking at them and looking at their growth, that's a team behind them. So yes, look at their content and see what's working, but a lot of it will be them out touring and playing the world. If you're at home in your bedroom, you're not going to be able to do that. So look at the ones that are just a little bit further ahead of you. Obviously, comparing against people isn't great, but looking at what content's working, that's cool. The other thing you could do is look at some of the lineups for this year and look at some of the events you might want to play at and see who's on the bottom rung of that ladder. See who's playing there, because that might give you some new people that you might want to go look at. Or maybe look at live streamers that you're into or peers that you know about. What are they doing in the short form content space across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts? And then also, what trends are currently working within content? I know sometimes trends are difficult because it's not the content you want to do. So make sure it fits with your personality. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if it's working and it works for you, then use that trend. Trends are definitely not going to work for some of the more serious producers who just want to be producers and don't want to be making content. Those people I can't really help you with. So those that do want to do it, jump into platforms, learn the platform, be in the platform, spend a bit of time scrolling, swiping, and really learning the content that's working. I can't hammer this home enough. And no, you don't have to dance. Just look at DJs and look at DJ content and producer content. The next big step is the content plan. Let's chat that. Don't panic and post, sit down and plan first. If you look across the platform, there are 5 different types of reels. Those are entertaining, educational, inspirational, promotional, and personal. And we want to focus on 3 of those for the first 10 days. Entertaining, educational, inspirational. And just remember, entertaining and education, they're going to work for you. You're DJs, you're entertaining, you're playing music, that's entertaining. Bingo. Nailed it. If you want to be inspirational as well, because that's your nature, hammer it. Showing us new music we should listen to is both entertaining and educational. Always remember that. This is only what you would be doing in your DJ set in front of the crowd. When you're standing up there playing records that you've chosen, you're kind of saying, this is the music you should be listening to. This is music I love and you should love and you might love. And this is the music you might lose your vibe to. You might get a party to. You can do that on social media too. Be the DJ on social media. Your reels can be the same. They can be you and Dex. They can be you and Hands and Dex. They could be you and producing and giving tips. Do not overthink it. So many people I see overthink what they're making the content, the production of the content. You don't need cameras. You don't need microphones. You just need your phone and a content idea. If you don't have the right DJ kit, no one cares. If you've only got the most basic controller, great. No one cares about that. It's about you and the music and the energy you put behind the content. Can they see and hear you? You've done the research after all. You know it works. So model your content on what's working. Maybe you're a producer and your content is about education and it's about tips. Go heavy on that. But what I would say is don't put too much information into one reel. Split it up. Make multiple, 1 tip per reel. Make them short and sweet. Great. Now we've got that. Now it's time to make the content. Recording, editing, and posting your reels. This is a rough structure you're going to need to follow. The first 2 seconds, it's about the hook. You need to hook that audience in. Grab them. Pull them in. You really need to spend some time on this as it really is such a big thing. Chop off any dead air right at the start. Get straight to the hook. The DJ content is about decks and visuals. That's going to bring people in. That could be your hook. Or it could be a little title on screen. If it's a producer tip, tell them what you're going to tell them in 2 seconds fast and then do the meat. You are going to learn this. Always use you as well because people are selfish. They'll want to know what's in it for them. The best performing reels are between 3 and 15 seconds, which doesn't leave much time to DJ, I know, but you can still get the hook of a track in there. You could still do a quick mix. So you've got to get creative. You could stretch it to 30 seconds. That definitely works too, especially when you're playing lots of tracks together and you're being really creative in the mix. Reels can go up to 90 seconds. And if you haven't seen my video on 90-second reels, again, check that. I'll put that below as well. Just be entertaining and watch it back. Would you find it boring as a fan of dance music? Would you find it boring as a fan of producers? Does it flow quick enough? Does it move quick enough? I would film your reels on your phone. Make the raw video on your phone and then edit it in an editor. CapCut is a great editor. InShot is a great editor. Or just make them inside the editors of each of the platforms. Reels, TikTok. As this is a Reels challenge, I'd make it inside Reels. Always film vertically. Phones like that. People watch things like that. They swipe. It's best. Fill the space. No, the only difference from not filming with a camera is if you're doing a green screen effect video. This is basically where you use the effect inside Reels and you put something behind you, either an image, maybe it's a flyer, maybe it's another video of a DJ playing your track, and you're basically doing a commentary video of what's going on. You'll get the little head in the bottom, you can squeeze it to make it smaller, and these are really, really flying. People watch them loads. They're doing great reach at the moment. They're great for releases. You can put your head in the bottom, you can put the release behind you. They're great for premieres. Hey, I've just had a new track premiered on Data Transmission. I'm really excited about it. You want your viewer to watch your reel at least once. You want the whole 100% watch time. Watch time is key, even over likes, comments, saves, shares. Watch time is king when it comes to reels. You will find you get more views and people watching than you do anything else. With a shorter reel, it's much easier to get to that 100% watch time. It's quicker, they're going to watch 100%, and what they may even do is watch twice, 3 times, so you get even more watch time. Especially, you're going to watch more if you have text popping up, you have captions on there, there's chopping and changing between the view and the angles. It's an interesting reel to watch. These are all killer things. Keep the movement moving all the time. The actual movement is like a secondary hook and it actually keeps the people inside the reel longer. The final part of the video is the call to action, or the CTA. What do you want that viewer to do? Follow me for more Tech House music. Share this video to some friends that might want to come to the party. Do us a favor, share this new track. It's just coming out. I'd love you to help me get it out there. Ask your audience for help. Save this track to your library. Save's a killer. Mad growth reach. Get people to save it. But you have to tell people what to do because otherwise people will swipe. Was you at the gig? Tag your mates in the crowd. The Reels algorithm actually has a longer lifespan as well. So having a second call to action is also king. You're going to do something for the first call to action, but then if people are watching it later, because they're binge watching the content, they've come in from a different reel and they've watched some of the other reels. That second call to action might be follow me for more tips, follow me for more music, follow me when you want to see me DJ in your town. You can also put the call to action on the screen. That's also killer. People are watching it at the end, put the little call to action, helps people, remind people that to do something. The big thing that Instagram are just rolling out is scheduling. You can now schedule in-app. Click advanced settings, it'll have a schedule option. You can schedule the reels. So you can make a whole load up front and schedule them for the whole week. You don't have to make them that day. And those 30 minutes I mentioned at the start, they can be stacked up into a couple of hours over the weekend, make a whole week, bosh, done. You want your reels to go live at the most active part of your fan base. And an hour before that, go into your insights and understand your insights. When are your fan base watching? Whenever it is, an hour before, you want the reel to go live so it's growing traction when the most people are online. The last phase, the attention phase. Get people watching this reel. Your first thing you want to do is 5 hashtags to categorize the content in the right places in Instagram. It doesn't matter if they're big hashtags now, just categorize it in the right place. You want to also try and add 3 topics to the content as well. This is again new, and if you've not watched those videos, I'll link to my hashtags video and my topics video again below. I know there's no music in topics at the moment, or DJing, or producer, so just try and make it fit into those. It's definitely going to help it. The Reels algorithm works by having high volume of social signals, so the more saves and shares you can get on that content, the more it's going to push the reach out. Maybe you can use the collaborator feature. Maybe it's it's you and a label, or maybe it's you and your label. Collaborate and sandwich 2 Instagram pages together. Use that feature. And that's going to push the reach even more. Maybe your track is coming out on an upcoming label. Speak to the label. Can we do a collaborator post on a few posts around the release? I'm sure they're going to say yes, because it's you making content for them and they don't have to do it. Makes it very easy. Do the hard work and you'll definitely get the benefits. All you need to do is go into add tag and there'll be a collaborator option there. And then you can add the collaborator. You can only add 1 collaborator to each post. For those of you who are doing this challenge and it's a DJ content or producer content, add data transmission if you like, and I'll watch a load of them, and I will accept the best ones that fit with our audience and our audiences per hour. I'm happy to do that. Let's do this. Make sure you share the reel to stories. 10% of your audience, of your current fan base, see that reel. And people sometimes only view stuff in stories. So they might see that reel, and it'll play in that reel. If it's under 15 seconds, it's going to play the whole reel in the stories, and they're not going to miss a second of it. That's why 15 is good. Finally, share the results to me in my DMs. I'd love to see some results. Also, if you use the hashtag Blueprint Challenge Reels, I'll go on and make sure I'm commenting on those to help your engagement as well. Right, how do you start this? There is a workbook in the link below for you to sign up, grab that workbook. It's all free. It gives you a guide to how to build reels. It gives you more information. It gives you more tips, and it gives you a schedule and kind of a plan to how to do this. It also gives you those rules. I'm going to be really excited to see your results and see what happens with this challenge. I really can't wait for it to kick off. And if you need more help with Instagram, then you should definitely watch this video, 0 to 1,000 fans on Instagram. It's going to massively help your growth. Next week, my video is on how to become a successful DJ in 2023, and you're going to want to watch that one. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and be part of the community. I've been Graham Farmer, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, bye.